Ladies, if you don't want to spend $400 to $1,000 to get boho braids that look this good and shake like this, then you need to stick around, because your girl is not a pro, but I'm gonna make some hair look like I got it done by a professional. Okay, so if you want to get all my tips and tricks, how I got it done, and I'm talking good tips and tricks to make it look nice and neat, it's gonna make it look like you a pro and you know what you're doing, girl. If you want to get this look at home and save a little coin in your pocket, stick around, I'm gonna show you how. So Ywigs done sponsored this video and they blessed me with some of their braiding hair, and that's why I look so cute. Okay, so let me show you what they gave me besides the crochet needle and the hair clip. We got 5 packs of jumbo braiding hair, and then they also sent over some human hair. So this is the braiding hair, y'all. This is what we're going to use for the base. Okay, you see what it's looking like? Okay, now let's move on to the human hair right here, y'all. This is a deep wave texture, absolutely beautiful. This is what's going to give us that nice curly bohemian goddess look. Y'all get the picture. Let's jump into it. All right, y'all. So with the human hair, I just separate them into some small pieces, medium pieces, large pieces. Okay. I end up using every single last piece of hair that was sent from the synthetic and the human hair, but I just kind of get the hair ready. So when it's time to feed it in, it's ready for me. It's really easy to separate and nothing to really talk about. But now when it comes to the synthetic hair, as you know, the bottom is kind of, it's like a blunt cut. So I'm combing out the blunt cut and I'm going to peel it apart with my hands as well. So when it's time to peel out part the hair, it's easy to separate and it doesn't get tangled easily. Now, the hair I like to put in this size. This is about a small size braid, and I'm going to be doing medium sized parts though. And then I like to take a smaller piece, fold it over, and then boom, we got 3 strands. For the sake of you not seeing me jump directly to the front of my head, I'm showing you the back of my head. But the back of my head is always the most challenging because I can't see it and I have to like do so much to try to get it right, and it takes forever. But because like I said, I don't want to just jump to the front. I'm letting you see a little something back here, but we're not going to stay back here too long. Once I get to the front of the head, I'm going to give you like a more detailed instruction on how I get this done. All right, so this is what the first 2 rows came out looking like. Parts a little jagged, but it's gonna come out cute. And then I did 2 more rows on top of that. For the parting, I kept the same. Okay, I literally, what I did in the bottom nape from side to side, I create the same thing, side to side, side to side. Once we get on top of the ear, it's from one side of my face to the other side of my face. Nothing fancy. I keep it very simple. I have 2 synthetic packs left and 1 bundle left. Everything else has been used up. All right, so I'm going to take some of the Slick and Slate Isha gel and I'm going to place them on each corner of the parts. And I'm going to keep my edges out just so it doesn't snag off or break off. And I'm going to smooth it in really, really good and twirl it together as one solid piece. I will not be separating this hair into 2 or 3 pieces like I've done in other videos. When I know that I'm going to be flipping the hair front and back and putting ponytails, I like to do one solid piece, because if you separate it into 2 pieces or 3 strands, your natural hair, it can break off when you start flipping it all over the place, because it kind of creates a cornrow effect. So I keep it as one solid piece. It's more flexible this way, y'all. So anyways, I went ahead and I started braiding it. So all of my natural hair should be set up with 1 piece of synthetic hair. It should not be separated into 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some of that beautiful water wave braiding hair, because it is gorgeous, y'all. This without that, this would have been some plain braids. And I'm going to add it in. And once I add it in, I kind of feed it in, do like 2 solid braids, 1, 2, flip it up around, and I take some of that gel. This is a good tip. Follow this. Smooth that leave out real good. Whatever of your natural hair leave out, the leave out from the extension that you just fed in, you put that up in there and you sandwich it in, y'all. You put that edge control on it and you sandwich it close. That way you will have minimum flyaways. You know, when the hair prickles out and it sticks out and it looks really crazy. We don't want that. We're trying to get as minimal as possible, so that way we don't have to do a lot of chopping and cutting and cleaning up after. So I'm going to show it again. Okay, I'm going to show it again. Look, you're going to add that gel and then you're going to close it like a sandwich. Okay, so take the 2 outer pieces and squeeze it together and close it up. That's going to keep the little hairs from the ends from sticking out. That way your braid looks nice and seamless. Now, That is a good way to control it, but you may still have some pieces that end up sticking out, which is fine. We're going to cut those, but that just minimizes the amount we have to cut. So as you see, I will be cutting them away. And for me, I feel like it's easier just to get it out of the way. As soon as you're done the braid, I am not waiting until I'm done my whole head, because I'm done my whole head, I'm gonna just be like, I'm defeated. I'm not going back to cut no flyaways. So I literally do this after every single braid. And as you can see, that we don't have a lot to cut. So do that tuck method. I guarantee you your braids will look so much neater. All right, so I followed the process for the remainder of my hair. This is the last section that I have left to braid. And I'm just kind of, you know, it takes some time, y'all. Doing these boho braids and doing the feed-ins and making sure it's nice and neat does add a little bit of time, but it's worth it because it's cute. Just to treat my scalp, because I know I'm gonna have the braids in for a while, I like to put some anti-dandruff treatment and some tea tree oil just to keep my scalp nice and healthy and prevent it from flaking. Now this is me being extra, but I'm gonna show it to y'all because I did it, so why not? I'm gonna clean this nape up. So I'm gonna get some clippers and I'm gonna shape myself right on up. I know definitely I'm gonna be rocking a lot of buns, especially when I'm at work. And yes, I'm back at work, y'all. Okay. So I want to make sure I look clean back here. Y'all remember when I took those clippers to try to fix my hair and forgot to put the guard on and shave myself bald? Oh my Lord. We're not gonna talk about that. Typically, I soak my Kanekalon hair in apple cider vinegar beforehand, but I totally forgot to do it, so I'm doing it now because it does make me itch. I'm not gonna lie. And so after I did that, I just dipped it in some regular water with conditioner to soften up the hair and to get it to smell good, so I didn't smell like vinegar. Now I do want to let y'all know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm real. The Kanekalon hair does leave off brown dye residue. It did get the water real brown, and so did it on my shirt. So make sure y'all soak y'all's first. And for the final touches, I'm going to add a little bit of hair mousse just to kind of help define the curls back up since I don't wet it, cut off the little loose ends and all that good stuff. And then I will also be doing my little edges using the same Sleek and Slay braid edge gel and just kind of get myself to look really cute or whatever. I do feel like I wanted to add a little bit of shine to the hair, so I did go in with some serum and just smooth it. That's out. This is what the hair looked like immediately before I dipped it. As you can see, the curls are more fluffy and curlier. So if this is something that you're into, then maybe you should dip your braiding hair in the vinegar first, so that way you can just leave it like this once you feed it in, because it's cute. But I had to dip mine. Okay, I had to dip it because I was itching. But not only that, I actually like how it looks like this. It's a little less fluffy and big, and it kind of just blends into the braids a little bit more, and it's just more cohesive in my opinion. The hair moves, it flows, and of course dipping it in hot water is going to give the hair more movement, of course, and we want the hair to move. So if you're not a professional, baby, then I just teach you something, because I look good. I look good. Y'all know the back, the parting spaces in the back wasn't looking all that dope, but the hair came out good. The ponytail looks good. It looks good in a bun. Now if you're wondering if I had a certain strategy on when to feed in the braiding hairs, like, okay, when do you feed in, not the braiding hair, the curly hair? No specific plan or strategy. I just braided some and I was like, okay, let me add a piece. Let me braid some more. Okay, let me add another piece. I literally only plan to add 4 to 5 pieces per braid. So that was the only plan I had. As to when I did it, no particular plan. I know in the front areas I did make sure that I added them a little bit higher up and closer to the root, just so that way it's a little more filled in higher up and closer to the root. But everywhere else it was just 4 to 5 wherever. So you do what you gotta do, girl. Do what you gotta do. Y'all already know all of the information. The direct link to the hair and all of that is going to be linked in the description box. And I think the hair is really nice. It's soft, it moves, it's beautiful, it's curly, and we're definitely getting that boho look that we were going for. Now this is today, and this is literally as we speak. I stopped editing the video to run in the room to show y'all what the hair looked like today. This is 2 days after. Hair is nice and dry, still beautiful, still wavy, still curly, and yeah, I'm feeling it. And it looks good without no makeup, girl. We don't have to wear makeup all the time. This hair is definitely doing it, and I already got mad compliments, so pick it up. The information will be in the description box again. Now girl, if you ain't a pro, but I made you a pro, let me know. Let me know what you think about the style in the comments. I'll see you guys in another video later.